Okay, this is our last satin stitch. So we will turn and do another 2 going to the left. So since we cannot do, look at here. This one, where side by side, it has this. But when you go vertically to horizontal, you should not have a thread diagonal here. So to make that and turn, you go to the same hole on top, on this on the left, and then now you're going downward. But still you're counting 4 threads. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you will make 5 satin stitches again. 5 satin stitches. See, if you will notice, I am doing the stab method. I don't do the sewing method. If you watch our cross stitch video, you will know what a stab method is. So if you are going to skip, so from this hole you count 4 threads. 1, 2, 3, 4. So dapat your stitches should be all at the same line. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They should be the same line, on the same line. The sewing method is like this. It's so tempting to do it because it's so fast. See, you down and up at the same time. Actually, you can do that, but make sure you can control the tension of your stitches. But still, the best way is the stab method. I'm just demonstrating to you how to do the sewing method. And then if you go and another horizontal cluster blocks, come up same hole and then count 4 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that will close our cluster blocks with the combination of the vertical and the horizontal cluster blocks. Dapat you should end on the first stitch of your first cluster block, which is here. And then that's it. Okay. These are your vertical and your horizontal. So you can see when you side by side you have this horizontal, but on these corners you should not have any diagonal thread at the back. Now, how do you end? This is your last cluster block here at the back. So your thread, you go under maybe 3 or 4 cluster blocks. So 1 and then 2 to 3, and then you cut very close. Can you see? Okay. And then if you have another needle, okay, before I let this go, I put another knot ready for its next use. So we will cut our knot. And that is our the thread. We cut the waist knot and then we put this again on our needle, this thread, and go the other way. 3 or 4 cluster blocks. 3 is enough. And again, you cut close. Okay. So those are positions of cluster block. It can be just like this, one long like that, or it can be like I said, like a stairs, one vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal. Okay, now, this is the thing that most of the stitchers are afraid of. But there's nothing to be worried about. This is how you cut. You have to cut some thread. So if you will notice here, you cut 4 threads. You mean the threads between those cluster blocks. There are 5 cluster blocks, but the threads within are 5 threads of the fabric thread. So you cut close. This is very important. When you cut, you make sure that your scissors is on the left of your cluster block, not here. You cannot put your scissors on the right side. Why? Because if you will see your scissors, you know, parang may slant na ganyan. Your cluster block should be next to this. Para you are cutting close. If you put your scissors here and you cut, there will be some little strings that you will see. It was not cut close. So it's very important that you put your scissors on the left of your cluster block. So we will do some cutting here. This is where you cut. Here, 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 there.